K66.9 is no joke. Audio so rough, makes your ears choke. But they keep talking, voices ain't broke. Budget keeps microphones stroke. We ain't got cash, just passion black. Audio crack. Rock this podcast. Crack the podcast. Crackling audio, background invite. Authentic sound in the dead of the night. Listeners tune in, nothing's ever tried. Raw and pretty, not pristine or light.
How we doing? Thanks for coming back to Budget Podcasting with Clay and that dude.
Kevin. I'm Kevin.
This
Hey,
guy.
how's it going,
Oh,
everybody?
there.
Let me put some music going. Jeez.
Some tunage.
Yeah, a little bit of music. I forgot to hit the button. Forgot to hit the music button. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having themselves a fantastic baby Friday. This has been a decent week. It has been a nice week. I've gotten some product in to review. So you should be seeing some product reviews coming soon. How about you, Clay?
Same. I've actually had a couple or one or two released this week. So, or one's going to release Friday or tonight. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah.
Whenever. I didn't have any videos come out this week, but I will have one next week and probably the week after that. Let's see. Let's check in the chat, see who we have up in here.
Outsider Jess was what looks like the first one. Yo.
Winning Outsider Jess. You won. You won. You were the first winner.
Yeah. The first winner of
Yep.
what? Just winning.
Just winning. Outsider Jess. Then we have King Paco. Says good afternoon. Livestream Consultants. Good evening. Chris, the sultry sounds of Christopher Colt is in the house. And there we go. Yeah, that's everybody. Did I say Livestream Consultants? So he's in. Outsider Jess, King Paco, Christopher Colt.
Hey Chris, how you doing? Hey Chris, how you doing?
all the Chris's. All the Chris's. I hope you're having a good evening. So the topic of discussion this week is, are webcams almost catching up to mirrorless cameras? Do you think that they are, Clay?
Me personally, I don't think they're catching up per se, but they're getting so much better that it almost doesn't matter anymore if you don't have a fancy camera.
I agree. You will get a lot more. You will get a little bit better image, a little bit more bokeh with a mirrorless or DSLR camera. However,
you better have some cheddar.
Yeah, you're talking what, maybe for the low end, you're talking what, like $500 for the camera, maybe another $500 for just the lens.
Let me just stop for a second.
Okay.
I have a $400 lens that is garbage.
Okay.
It's a good lens. It's not a bad lens. In the spectrum of like, you know, good bokeh in the background, that buttery. No. I gotta spend. This is why I stopped doing photography and using my camera so much, is because I would have to spend about $1,000 to $1,100 to get the lens that I want, and that lens is not even really what looks good on this.
Yeah, and especially if you're gonna just use it for you. Now, if you're using photography, maybe, but for YouTube, I don't think you need.
Not me.
Yeah,
Not
I
at this
don't-
level of the game.
no, this is budget podcasting for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's webcams out there right now under $100 that look fantastic, or in your case. Exactly. Or in your case, you got something that most people carry around with them all day anyway,
Yeah.
and a phone. See, I'm going to feature this product that I have right here. This is a eMeet webcam. This is the eMeet SmartCam C60E 4K Dual. And there's a couple reasons why I really like this webcam. But before, let's just go to the slideshow
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
I'll show you some things. Show you guys some things. So this is the webcam. This is what it looks like. Those blue lights, those blue LEDs in there, you can actually change to blue, red, or green. So you can change those. It really serves no purpose.
Aesthetics.
Yeah, it's just an aesthetic for you. It does come with a remote, and we'll get to the remote here soon. But it does have dual camera, wide or zoom in. It has the wide angle camera, but it also has a telephoto lens, which I actually have been using this quite often with either on one of my other channels, or I've used it to show off things all the time. I really enjoy that telephoto lens. You got a wide compatibility. It is plug and play. The only thing that I don't like with it is that it's already wired in to where you can't take out the cord. It's already wired in. That is one thing I don't like, but it's compatible with just about everything. And there's the remote. It has a 22 key remote control, full power at your fingertips. And right now it is $70. $70 right now.
Not bad.
Not bad. I've seen it as low as $60, $59.99.
The remote is a cool feature on that one. That's really neat.
And I will drop the link in the chat right now. See if it went through. Yep, there it goes. So I dropped the link for it. Let's see. I want to check out some of these comics. I wanted a manual film camera for pictures. Gave up on wanting a DSLR, only for my mom to buy me a digital camera. It was almost perfect, but it doesn't have a microphone on and makes it useless. Okay. That was Outsider Jess. She also said, I can't use it for content, and I don't need the manual film camera I wanted. Okay. So I do want to talk about this camera, or this remote for this. Like, yes, the autofocus on this webcam. Oh, I have the autofocus off actually. So I can turn autofocus off or on just with this, to where if I don't want some of that pulsing that some webcams can get, and this one does, but I can hit that autofocus button and turn it off, or I can turn it back on, and then I can focus in just like that. And the autofocus works great. Or I could press a button
And zoom in.
And zoom in, and I don't have to be as close. And that is this button right here. It just zooms in, and I can actually do the autofocus on this one too, and it wasn't focused on what I wanted it to. But hit the autofocus and boom. And now don't pulse right here. I could just show things. I may be blurry in the background still, but boom. I can show this and it'd be really nice.
Yep.
Or I could hit the autofocus again and just, if I wanted to, it'll focus in on it.
Fancy.
This thing has come in handy when I want to show off some of my skulls that I have for when on my Mod Squad Network show. That is our sponsor. I can show off my skulls easily. Just hit that button and it zooms right in on the skull. It also has a saturation. I can adjust my saturation and brightness right on the fly with this thing. I can adjust the sharpness. Having a remote control to where you can just boom and not really have to have the software open. Fantastic.
Right.
All right. The EMI brand I have been eyeing. Should I need to zoom, I will be using it. Outsider just said. Yeah, EMI, I tell you, EMI is kind of underrated, I think. You hear more OBSBot and you hear what's the other one? Clay. Insta?
Insta 360, OBSBot. Like those are the bigger what you hear about a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the Elgato face cam, but I think all those are kind of garbage.
Yeah.
But you get Insta 360 and OBSBot. EMI is like flying right under the radar, and as you can see, this is the video quality you're getting with this webcam. You're seeing it right here. I think this looks fantastic.
And this is like a $70 webcam.
$70.
So I liked the Pixie. It just when we first got it, for me, it was lacking a little bit. But every time they've updated the software, it's gotten better and better and better.
And better.
So,
And with this one, the Pixie, the C60E. And the newest one that they just released that me and Clay are going to be making a video on. They use the same software. So you could technically have all three cameras hooked up and record in that software using all three cameras.
Which is something I might consider doing.
Yeah, I thought about doing that.
Looking around,
too.
I'm going, where the heck is my EMI? I have no idea what I did with it.
I literally have three eMeet cameras sitting on my computer right now. I have the S800, the C60E, and the Pixie.
I don't know what I did with it. I gotta find it.
What's up, Miss K?
Miss K.
I did see a comment. Livestream consultant said, but if you're using an iPhone, you get some zooming features as well. Yeah, but can you do it without having to go into like open up something on your computer and do it, or can you use a little remote control and just go boom?
No, you can't do that now. And I'm not sure. So he said if you use your iPhone, you can get some zooming. I'm not sure because I don't have. I mean, I guess if I went into the actual thing that Mac has, when you use it, it's up at the top. You can go into the settings for it. You can zoom, but I don't know. I don't think I like it as much as that, but it does do something similar.
I gotta tell you, and you're right. When we first got the Pixie, because that was the first time that they used that software as well, and every time they update that software, it gets better and better. Mm-hmm. A little bit, you can fine tune things a little bit more, and it's gotten to the only thing I wish that they did was make a dark mode on that dang software. I know they still haven't
done that.
It's bright white,
so it makes it hard for you to dial in your image as far as white balance and brightness and all that, because that keeps changing.
Exactly, but I do like the software better now. So, and like I said, I think that my image looks pretty damn good for it being a $70 webcam.
Right.
So I know the YOLO Cam just came out. It's what, $300 or $250?
The new OBSBot Tiny 3 is like $350.
Yep, the new OBSBot. There's a Hollymark camera that just came out not too long ago.
Hollyland made one?
Yeah, Hollyland made one.
See, I love my OBSBot, but it's in a different price bracket.
Exactly.
It's like twice as much as that. And the only reason I like it so much is because when I plug it in, and like the first time I used it, I didn't really have to do much to it. I have adjusted it some since, but it's not really necessary because it looks really, really good right out of the gate.
Right. And that you will have to adjust things with the eMeet. It right out the box, it is lacking a lot. I did have to adjust this a lot, but I got it to where it looks really good.
Yeah, no, it looks nice.
And I saved, I saved what, $250 basically with getting something like this compared to a Link 3 Instalink 360 or the new Tiny 3. This thing's awesome.
So just for the two Chris's, I do not have a Electro Voice. I'm not sure what Livestream Consultants meant. He said I should get out my Electro Voice. I don't have one. If somebody wants to send me one, I'll be glad to show it off.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Send me one. Kevin wants one. Kevin would like one.
Yeah, so Outsider just said that she thinks the OBS bot is mid-tier and too expensive. I mean, I wouldn't, to me personally, I wouldn't say too expensive. I paid like 100 and something for the Tiny 2 Lite. I think it was like I can't even remember now, 150-ish.
Even then,
yeah,
this is still $100 cheaper.
Yeah. Yep, this is the Fine Tank 3. I think somebody said, I think Cult said, cool mic. Yeah, cool mic. Yeah, it is the Tank 3.
I am on the Tank 1.
So I've had the Tank 3 hooked up and the Tank 6 hooked up for like 2 weeks now with the whole purpose of I want to do a comparison video, but I haven't had time because of work and because of other products that I got to do first. So that's why it's still hooked up.
I'm kind of in that same. No, I'm not. I haven't hooked them up. I have the Movo hooked up. Hey, Miss K, I got your Movo right here.
Hey.
Got your Movo.
I thought that sounded really good.
I thought it did too.
Livestream Consultants. No, he had sent me a while back. He sent me a SM7B.
So, other than webcams, we do have a poll. We have a poll.
Yes.
Tonight. We do have a poll tonight, gentlemen. When watching a YouTube video, can you tell the difference between a webcam or mirrorless camera? Hashtag yes, hashtag no, hashtag sometimes, or hashtag some for sometimes. Hashtag some for sometimes. Honestly, sometimes I can't tell. Sometimes I cannot tell. Sometimes I can.
If it starts off with the webcam and they've got it dialed in right, it's really hard to notice right off the bat. So, what do we got? Christopher Colt. Yeah, no, I was not holding out. I don't have one. I wouldn't mind. That would be cool, but I do not. I don't know how much I would get to use it though.
Yeah, my mics go in so much of a rotation that it's kind of funky.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to get to use the good mics. Like I've got my SM7B that I do like to use, but I can only use it when I'm not going to be doing anything about a mic.
Most of the time for my other shows is when I change out my mics.
Yeah, or if I'm comparing it to something, but
yeah,
it's not in my opinion, it's really not a good comparison for a lot of the budget stuff, but I like to use it just to show you how close the budget stuff is coming to things like the SM7B.
That is the poll of the night. When watching a YouTube video, can you tell the difference between a webcam or mirrorless camera?
Or a cell phone.
Or cell phone. Yeah, I didn't even think about putting that in there.
Oh, we're talking about webcams. It's all good.
Oh, no. I like the comparison, though. I really like the comparison because between what you use all the time and what I've been using, you can see a difference. Right now, you can see a difference. And it's all a matter of what you like. You said you didn't like the what was it, the OBSBot when you first, it didn't look as good as your
Oh, compared to my phone. Yes,
compared
correct.
to your phone.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
the phone cameras, I should say, not the phone webcams. The phone cameras are so good.
Yeah, no, I totally think my phone it blows my OBSBot out of the water. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you can use your phone as a webcam, and a lot of people do. A lot of people do.
yeah.
However, if you only have one phone and you want to free up, not using your phone as a webcam
yes.
because maybe you want to you're taking text or calls and you need the functionality of a phone as well.
That did come to a point for me where I was like, all right, I gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
That's why I was using the OBSBot more. And then once I got a new phone and I kept my old one, I was like, now I got one that can stay there.
Your selfie camera is only 1080p though.
Yeah, but I'm not using my selfie camera. So I'm using the back cameras, so I can whatever I choose, 4K. I can choose 4K, 1080 60, 1080 30. I can do pretty much whatever I want.
What do you mean, King Paco? It's easier to use a phone with a Mac as a webcam, I believe.
If you have an iPhone and you have a Mac, yes, it's like right now mine's not even plugged. I'm not connected to the computer. Anything you see me doing, my videos, my live streams, all of this is wireless. And it doesn't really skip a beat.
What's up, Cooper Carver? How's it going, man? Yo, just joining. So, Cooper Carver, our discussion of the evening is, are webcams catching up to mirrorless and DSLR cameras? Neither one of us are using DSLR. We use, Clay is using a phone. I'm using a $70 webcam. This is a $70 webcam, and I think it looks fantastic. My first video I used my first video I used my phone, but I went back and watched it and I'm like, oh, that's a potato.
Potato.
It's a potato. It was shot on a potato.
So yeah, if you've got an Android and a Mac, that's a little bit different, but you can still do it. You can use things like Irion. I call it iRuin. It's it's Irion, I think. But it's like an app that you can download. There's other ones out there. I've never really needed to do it, so I don't use them.
And you can use a webcam on Windows as well. I mean, a phone on Windows as well. I do know that there's an app. I haven't really researched it because I have 100 freaking webcams. I've never needed to use use a phone as a webcam here lately, so I haven't really researched it, but I probably should, just to demonstrate that it can be done.
That's what you need to do once in a while. You need to throw in some comparisons between your phone and...
I should.
Yeah.
Cooper Carver says, oh, I prefer the quality of a DSLR, but the flexibility and small size of webcams. I've gotten webcams that use AI to follow you. Yep. I have one of those as well. I have the eMeet Pixie, which does a fantastic job. This is the eMeet E60E. I gotta keep looking. I have the box right here, and I keep forgetting the name of the webcam. So it's the E60E 4K Dual. You're right. You do get a little bit better, a softer image sometimes with a DSLR, and you get a better bokeh to where it puts you more in focus. But with a webcam, you're talking, you could have like 5 webcams compared to the price of one camera plus the lens.
If money wasn't, go ahead.
Plus the HD card that you need to run it into your computer. There's a whole bunch of setup you need for a DSLR camera compared to a plug and play webcam.
If money wasn't such an issue, I would definitely have either a DSLR, a better DSLR, or a mirrorless, and I would be using that. I totally would. I just can't afford it.
I don't know if I would. I like
would.
I like the simplicity of the plug and play
Yeah.
webcam.
Yes, very true. But I like the crispier, more, I don't know, more pleasing image out of a DSLR than a webcam. So that if I had the ability, I would. But
Well, let's face it, like the technology nowadays, this type of image from a webcam, you could not get 3 years ago. You couldn't get this even 3 years ago, much less 5. So imagine what webcams are going to be like in the next 5 to 10 years. I think that they're going to be pretty awesome.
right.
You already saw Elgato experiment with putting lenses on their webcams. So you may see a lot of that in the future with better software, better cameras, better webcams.
Yeah.
There you go, Cooper Carver. Yeah, my camera was $3,200 mirrorless. I need mirrorless because I need to move camera around for my shots. So yeah, there you have it. $3,200 compared to $70.
And Outsider Jess she's onto something there. She keeps mentioning lighting. Lighting does have a lot to do with it. You know, you can light yourself poorly with a really nice camera and still look like garbage.
Yeah,
or you can light yourself really good with a cheap camera and look really decent, you know?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off all my lights real quick. Let me open up the software. I'm going to have the software open and then put it on auto exposure.
And I was going to go to Copper Carver, kind of going along with his price that he paid for his camera. That's what kind of made me stop was the lenses. I have a cheap camera. It's an $800 camera, but the lenses is what was making me cough. Just to get what I wanted, I had to spend $1,000 or more for one lens to make it, make it look good or good enough to what I wanted.
Right. Okay, so it's not the best in low light. It's picking up a lot of my light in the background.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's with everything off. And then I have the low exposure, the auto white balance. That's still not horrible. I mean, it's picking me up fairly decent. It's giving me a lot of grain in the background though.
A lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of noise, but you can see me, and that's with all my lights off. This is what it looks like in my room right now.
Copper Carver, what lens do you have for 900? What lens is that? And let's see, Jess said, Kevin, I would love to know which lights in the background you use.
Which ones? These big ones here? Those big ones?
Yeah, those are cool.
Okay, those big ones I actually got at IKEA.
The towers, yeah.
Yeah.
So those are from IKEA.
Those are from IKEA, and I added the colored lights in there. There's 6 lights you can put in there. I actually only have 3 lights to where I bought the lights separate to where I can use a remote and change the color on the inside of the lights. Just 3 little light bulbs, boom, boom, boom. It changes the color. I love those lights. I think that
I do too. Those are neat.
I think it's pretty unique, and I have it set up almost perfectly in my framing to where they're on each side of me. So I think they're pretty dope, if you will.
Pretty dope.
Right, close the freaking thing. There we go.
I am casting my vote.
Oh, you're casting your vote. Sigma 16 28 millimeter contemporary lens for Sony. Okay.
Oh, he's got a Sigma.
Yeah.
16. That's what I was like wanting to get a hold of, was at least something that would go down to 16 with 2.8 or lower. I wanted a little lower than 2.8, but even 2.8 would work. That would be good.
Yeah, I think the technology in webcams, even for a smaller company like eMeet, to where they're not running with the big boys right now, that they're starting to catch up.
If you guys hear I'm sorry if there's a noise you hear. I don't know if you're hearing it. My neighbor keeps starting her car outside. And she's got like a broken exhaust.
I don't hear it. Plus, some of the music may drown it out too. But the outside is just, I want to buy something similar since I don't have space for lighting. Yeah, they actually have different type of lights too. They have lights that have rice paper in it that the colors would come through even better. So if you want something like that, yeah, IKEA, and they're a lot cheaper. These were more expensive than I wanted to pay at the time, but I did it anyway.
Oh, those lights are cheaper now?
I don't know if they're cheap. They have different style that are cheaper, like way cheaper.
Copper Carver said he feels like most people that watch YouTube forget to switch to 4K. Yeah. I actually stopped filming anything in 4K for YouTube anymore because I was just going crazy with storage, burning up space, and I was like, they look just as good for me at 1080p on smaller screens. Yeah, when they go to a bigger screen, it doesn't look quite as nice, but.
And when you're broadcasting in a studio such as this, EVMux, Restream, I think all of those, they only broadcast in 1080 anyway.
I like how he says, Govee, I know nothing about that, because he's like all about Govee lights. I think that's what basically his channel is centered around.
Govee's a good brand. They're definitely a good brand.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any
They've
Govee,
got a lot of really cool stuff. You should go check out his channel. Is that the name of the channel, right? Copper Carver? He's got a lot of good videos about Govee lights.
Govee is a great brand. They're just more expensive, and I lean toward. I'm cheap. I am the dollar store of budget podcasting. If I can get it cheap, I will.
Yeah.
You know what we did forget to do though, Clay?
What?
I shouldn't bring it up on air, but I am anyway.
What?
This episode was going to be DIY lighting, and we totally forgot.
It was?
Yeah, remember 2 weeks ago, or I think it was, when we asked for suggestions?
That's funny because I told Phil that was what he said we were going to do for our next live stream was DIY lighting. So I must have got the two mixed up.
Cooper Cart. So we don't really have anything else. We could talk about anything you guys want. Do you have any questions about budget podcasting? I just wanted to talk about webcams because they were on my mind recently. Because I've seen I've seen a lot of new webcams come out, and I just wanted to make everyone aware you don't have to go for the $300 webcam when you can get a $70 one that looks really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, this doesn't mean we're saying don't get the good stuff. If you can, go get it. But if you're trying to do this and you're like, I can't, I don't have the money for all that. Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah.
You could get cheaper stuff and get by and still get views. I mean, it's all about your content anyway. So take that into consideration.
Content and audio. You can be talking about the best thing in the world, but if your audio is horrible, I'm not watching and I'm not listening.
Right. It could just be a black screen, but it sounds good. I'll listen. That's what got me into all this was how this sounds. Listening to people talking on decent mics. I was like, yeah, I like that. I'm hooked.
Outside of just, I want to look into more podcasting bundles because I want to start today. My choices would be different. And you know what? If I was to start today, my choices would definitely be different than the choices I had to begin with. What do y'all use to edit Cooper Carver? You want to go first?
I use DaVinci Resolve Studio. I have the actual studio. I had a client purchase it for me, so now I have the license for that. Prior to that, I was using What the heck was I using prior to that? Oh, Final Cut Pro. Prior to Final Cut Pro, it was LumaFusion on my iPad, and I still speak highly about that. LumaFusion, if you have an iPad, is a great editing software. I started off doing Power Director by Cyber something. I can't remember it now. But I went from that right to DaVinci Resolve, the free one.
Mm-hmm.
I dabbled a little bit with Adobe Premiere, but that got to be too expensive, and I was like, nope, forget that. And I went back to DaVinci Resolve and just eventually ended up on DaVinci Resolve again.
I started using Clipchamp. Clipchamp was what I've used for a while. And then I thought I was getting DaVinci Resolve, but I saw an ad for Movi, and I decided to get Movi instead. Well, I didn't decide. I thought I was downloading DaVinci Resolve, but I was downloading Movi by accident just because of the way things were worded.
Cyberlink, that's who made that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and so I've been using Movi. I've enjoyed it. It's been, I like some of the features that it has.
Yeah.
So
I downloaded it just to look at it, and it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's a simpler version of DaVinci Resolve, which for me in editing, I'm a simple editing guy. I don't throw a whole lot of camera tricks or anything in there. So for me, perfect for what it is.
So Copper Carver uses CapCut Pro and Epidemic for music. I'd like to get at Adobe. Yeah, it's so definitely intimidating. But the best thing you can do is just use it. Just keep doing it, and you'll get better and better, and you'll start liking it more and more. For sound, I used to have Epidemic Sound. Now I have Artlist. Yeah.
Like I said, Clipchamp was even simpler. Clipchamp was even simpler.
You used that for a long time, right up until recently.
Yeah, I used that for a long time.
Yeah.
It is a very simple. It's basically Windows Movie Maker, just edit it just a little bit more. And yeah, I used that for a while, and I moved up to Movi, and I'm really enjoying some of the features that Movi has. Like,
it does good.
Yeah,
I've noticed. I've seen some different things in your editing, and I'm like, hey, yeah.
I don't do a whole lot of camera tricks, but I'll throw some things in every now and again.
As far as I started doing less, like I'm capable of doing some really cool edits, but I started doing less because I want to get it done quicker. I want to get right straight to the point. I'm trying to do less fluff, you know.
Well, especially when you're doing reviews, the average viewer, they're not watching it for all the
Probably not.
They want to know about the product. I still like when you go into things a little bit and you kind of do the, kind of like go into a little story or tangent type thing. I enjoy that.
What, like the stuff on the Raw channel?
No. You're when you're doing a review.
Yeah.
And you go into a little bit of detail, but you're like doing it in your own way, kind of explaining it and drawing. It's just more detail for the average person, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I really enjoy all your reviews.
Yeah. Thank you. Outsider Jess says she uses Canva for thumbnails. That is exactly what I use. I have Canva Pro, and I actually, my intro card, that's the music and the Clay Allen review thing, all that was made in Canva. The motions, everything about it was done in Canva.
Yeah, I use Canva as well for my thumbnails. My goodness, my brain is freezing on me right now.
You're glitching, and words are hard.
Words are hard. We got Yo Cello in the chat. Red Cabin Acoustics.
Hey, what's up, Joe? She said Outsider Jess said she stopped using the free editors because of watermarks. Yeah, that's what got me out of the free stuff. Was I wanted to remove watermarks, and I wanted to be able to do longer videos, because some of the free stuff used to. It's changed now because Clipchamp was free, right?
Yeah, Clipchamp was
a lot
free.
of it in the past would restrict how long of a video you could make. So that's back when I started getting into the paid stuff.
And if you want to upscale it to 4K, just about every editor will make you pay now.
Live stream consultants, I definitely want to. I want the DaVinci Resolve speed editor. I really want that.
How much is that?
I can't remember. I want to say around $300.
Woo!
Yeah.
Live stream consultant says, I'm using a combination of Canva and ChatGPT to create images. Okay, so I use ChatGPT to create a lot of the images, but I take those images and I will put them into Canva and rework them a little bit in there.
Yeah.
So I use a combination as well.
So I do this crazy thing where I take, so say I get like my background image and it's just me in my studio. And then I make a copy of it. So now I have two of that same image. On one of them, I'll do a background removal. So now I have just me floating around that's the same size as the me that's in the background. So there's two layers of me. And what I can do is I can adjust the brightness and the image quality of just the one of me that's got the background removed. So it makes me stand out a little more. And then I can actually put the words, like the text, behind my head if I want to.
Ooh.
Because I've got two layers of me.
That is a hell of an idea, sir.
Yeah, like having like the corner of your text kind of just
a
little hidden behind your head, so it kind of looks like, it just makes it a little more 3D-ish.
I like that.
Yeah. We'll
I'm gonna tell you now, I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
I'm stealing it.
Copper Carver, I do like Artlist more. Here's my complaint about all of them. My complaint with Epidemic Sound was I liked everything about them. They had really good songs, really good sound effects. Finding things was hard for me on Epidemic Sound. Like searching for the perfect song was so cumbersome. It's a little easier on Artlist. What I like more about Artlist is it offers you can download templates, which I think I could do on Epidemic Sounds, but I'm not positive. But you can download templates for motion graphics, for all different types of software: Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, and there's AI video production, which if you're looking for some like B-roll of something that you just can't get or you don't know how to get it, you can make it in Artlist. So that's kind of cool. There's like a lot of features to it. What's up, Felix? Yo Cholo?
Yo Cholo. I think Felix actually when he edits, I think he actually does use Windows Movie Maker. I think he has an older version to where he just uses Movie Maker.
Yep, same here. ChatGPT, Canva, put it all together, mix match.
I think the thumbnail that we used for tonight was made in ChatGPT, and a couple different images in ChatGPT, moved over to Canva, rearranged onto a different size, and because the image that you get from ChatGPT, you cannot use. You can't use as a thumbnail. You're gonna have to crop it anyway.
Something happened because there was a time when the thumbnails in ChatGPT fit just fine. And now no matter what I do, I don't care if I give it a specific pixel size, if I give it 16:9, if I say a widescreen image, it still won't make it big enough to fill up the hole.
Exactly. It does the same thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've tried to be like, make it this size, and it comes out just a large landscape.
Yeah.
It won't make a thumbnail. So gotta crop it or shrink it or do something with it.
Another thing I do is I've got a couple of there's apps on my phone, and there's a paid version and a free version. I bounce back and forth. When I can afford it, I get the paid versions. There's one called Video Leap, and it's all by a company called Lightricks. They've got Video Leap, and then they've got Beat Leap. And if I want to make a certain edit, and I want, for example, the videos, the intro videos that Kevin uses on the Mod Squad, when I make those, I make them in Beat. I make it first, then I put it in Beat Leap, and Beat Leap will put in effects like glitches, zoom in and zoom outs, or boomerangs, little light flashes. It will put all of those effects to the beat of the music all by itself. So to save time, I just throw it in there, do that, and then bring it back into my editor, finish it up, and then export it.
Which they've always come out fantastic. Like, I love them. Outsider Just says, I use Canva AI image generator more because they will create an image to suit your needs, like a podcast logo, for example. I've tried to I've tried the Canva one. I don't like it as much. To me, I always go back to ChatGPT for my images, or Copilot. Copilot's not a bad one either.
So I think Copper Carver's talking. He says, I always use image from video where I feel like I need to take a dedicated video. So I think I know what he's talking about. I do this. If I don't find something that I like off of an image from the video, like in the upload process, I'll open up OBS, I'll hit record, and then I'll just start doing my thing. But I'll do yeah, exactly. I'll do multiple poses, and then I'll go back and watch. I'll scan through and scrub and watch and look for the best ones. Yep. I do. I have done a couple of the vidIQ thumbnails lately, because I do have a vidIQ subscription, but some of them come out kind of looking like that AI slop, and I'm like,
It's slightly off, and I don't. You sent me some, and I'm like, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Clay sent you a message with an image I created using an actual pic, run through ChatGPT, then combined in Canva to get the final image.
He did. And Chris, I'm sorry, I don't answer right away because when I'm doing the live streams, it's kind of hard for me. When I go into my phone, then I feel like I'm not in the live stream, so I try to ignore my phone.
Yeah, unless I'm looking up something for the show.
Yeah, because then I'm just looking down at the phone and I'm not engaged with you guys. So for that reason, it's not nothing personal. I just kind of block it out for a little bit.
Eye contact.
Yeah, try, So I guess I'll look and see what he sent.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I saw that image on Facebook.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about budget podcasting gear or tips or tricks that they're looking for?
Outsider Jess said, "What is Beat?" So Beat, it's Leap, Beat Leap, and Video Leap. They're both by Lightricks.
Like leap, like you're jumping.
Leaping, Beat Leap. And Beat Leap does what I was saying earlier. It takes whatever you put in there, and it throws in RGB or, like I said, boomerang effects to the beat of the music. It's really cool. It's a really helpful tool.
Christopher Colt wanted to see what the poll was doing.
We are at 60% sometimes.
When watching a YouTube video, can you tell the difference between a webcam or mirrorless camera?
Is there zero? There's 0 votes on yes.
Yeah. 0 votes on yes, which is kind of what we were.
Is what you were expecting.
Yeah. It's really hard to tell the difference nowadays.
So
unless someone has a really deep background and that bokeh is really predominant,
right,
it's kind of hard to tell. Because you can set the webcams to be a little bit softer. You can set the webcams to be a little bit more. And of course, Carver is going to vote yes on this one.
Yeah.
You gotta hashtag yes, hashtag no, or hashtag some for sometimes.
Outsider Jess, we do have a Discord, but we never have used it yet because neither of us, I think, are any. We don't know what we're doing on Discord.
It's not that I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing on Discord.
I have an idea what I'm doing on Discord. I don't use it enough to be fluent in Discord.
Nope.
And nor do I honestly care to be on Discord. For what I do and what Clay does, I don't think Discord is relevant.
But you never know. If somebody taught us and we learned about it, we might realize that it's another outlet that we could use.
This is true.
I don't think we know enough about it to. We're like old men. We're like, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that whippersnapper stuff.
Copper Carver says he's a 4K advocate, 4K OLED, 120 hertz. That's I mean, that's okay. I don't have a OLED, 4K OLED, 120 hertz, but my TV is 4K. Not QLED. It's 4K. It has many LEDs in it, and it's 120 hertz.
This monitor that I'm using for this is, I believe, 4K. It's either 120 hertz or higher. I can't remember, but I don't really know the specs. It's a gaming monitor.
Right. And when I do put out my videos, I do them in 4K with a webcam. Do y'all have wireless mics for certain shots?
No, I have wireless mics, but I don't use them for certain shots necessarily.
Yeah, I have. And if I did, I'd use this one.
Yeah, that thing's fun, man. That thing works. Oh, I didn't show you.
You did show me the setup that you have.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah, with your gimbal.
My gimbal.
Yes.
So I had that. I took that mic and I set up my gimbal and I attached a small rig magic arm to the side of the gimbal because it's got a mounting spot. And then I put the Mayono PD200W on that boom arm on my gimbal. So I had like this broadcast mic with, so for like, I don't know, whatever. Somebody said, I think you maybe and Phil said I should definitely make a video about that.
It looked crazy, man. It was really
crazy.
Cool. Yeah. It's the 200. It's the Mayono 200, which I think I should be getting the 100 soon as well.
Nice.
They reached out to me and said that they were going to send me the 100.
I want to get another 200W. They're not going to send me one, so I'm going to have to buy it. But I think that it would just make a cool setup to have two of those because they can both go to the same dongle. So I could be wireless with two mics.
And you can have two people out just talking.
Yep.
And
I
like the
two people?
stand that it comes with as well. You didn't get the one with the stand though, did you? You got the one that came with the boom arm.
Mine came with a boom. I have a stand that I put it on now, but I already had that stand. I did.
Make that video. I want to do the same for my 100W.
Yeah, all right. I'll show you. Yeah, I'll do it.
Outside of just, I want to reach out to a Mayono and Fine, but don't know how to go through the process. Honestly, you go through. I think the reps are listed on their website.
Fines are for sure. I don't know about Mayono.
But there's a place to message them, customer service. Just message them, be like, "Hey, I'm a content creator. I would like to
actually
collaborate."
If you go into ChatGPT or Gemini or whoever you're using and tell it you need to get a hold of the collaborators for those companies, it will give you emails specifically for the collaborations departments.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how I did. I did a few like that. I just asked ChatGPT, how would I get a hold of this company to do collaborations?
Old Ted, Fine, Cooper Carver. Ted's not my rep. Mine is Iris.
From Fine.
Yeah.
Mine is Bruce.
Good old Bruce. Let Bruce hit it. Sorry.
Yeah. I have not heard nothing from Fine in a while, which is okay. I have no complaints. I am.
They haven't had a whole lot of. Yeah, they haven't had a whole lot of new stuff coming out, but I think they will be soon because I sent you that picture from, was it CET or whatever it was, the convention in Vegas. Remember that they had like a. They had like a audio interface and something else that we've never seen before.
Yeah. Copper Carver said that some of the emails that he's gotten from Chat GPT have ended up wrong.
Yeah.
The ones that I guess I maybe got lucky. The ones that it gave me were not. But I didn't just ask it a simple question. I gave it a lot of information and told it exactly what I was looking for and what I wanted to do. And
AM9, the Fine AM9.
What's that?
Outsider just says, I want to get the Fine AM9 before it releases for the US. Oh, you know what? I think I have seen this.
What is? Yeah, I don't. I think I did too, but I don't remember. It's been
I don't
a little
remember
while.
either. I'm gonna look it up real quick because, and this is one of the few times I'm gonna be on my phone.
She said that it's on their website.
I'm sure it is. It probably says out of stock too. Because that's what happened with the Tank 6 as well. Fine AM9.
There's a guy I've been trying to help. It's been tough because it just has. They got a Tank 6 and he's had like the most horrible experience with it.
Really?
Yeah, his the USB-C port on the back is loose, so there's like interference, like you can hear odd noises. That's the AM9.
That's the AM9. There's dials on the side and the top.
Kind of reminds me of the PD100.
Yeah.
100W.
Huh. There's a few fine pieces. There's one called that I don't even know if they're gonna bring it here in the States, and I really, really want it. It's that one. You know which one I'm talking about?
The condenser one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might as well say it because I don't know if it's even gonna come. It is the Fine K726.
Yeah, there's the 720 and 726.
Oh, yes. Cooper Carver, I can't go back to the Mayana wireless since getting the Tank 6. Tank 6 sounds fantastic. I'm
thoroughly impressed with it, but
I like the Tank 1 as well. I think that it just takes every tone in my voice and rounds things off so nicely that it's hard to go back to something that once you go from this to something else, all those tones sound a little sharp to me.
I feel like the Tank 1 to me sounds better, or at least on my voice. But I still like the Tank 6. If I didn't, it wouldn't be hooked up right here.
Yeah, I think they're very, very comparable. Very comparable.
What else do we got?
Man, now that I'm looking around.
What?
You know what mic I haven't used in a while that I may use next week is the Rode Pod mic. I haven't used that in a while.
I don't have one to share the sentiment with, so I'm not buying one.
You're not buying one?
Not until I find one cheap. And every time I say this, everybody's like, "Oh, go on eBay, go here." But I don't shop eBay really. So
no, I would say $40 around the $40 range.
50 is my max. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not paying any higher than that because if I'm gonna pay
Someone
higher
did
than
some
that,
research. Someone did a little.
Yeah, K720 and 726. It does look awesome.
It's a beautiful freaking microphone.
Yeah. I wish they would come out with it and not have a plastic body. That would be cool. I don't know if it's got a metal or plastic. Can't get my fingers on it, so I don't know.
Yeah. There was one site that was a little iffy that you could get it for like, I don't know, $50. But I was like, I don't know if I trust the site. So I never pulled the trigger. Let's see. I just bit the bullet and bought the pod mic USB for $200. Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good. I'm not knocking it. I'm not paying that much for it.
I'll tell you right now. I would have rather went with the Tank 1 or Tank 6. If you bought the USB pod mic, I would have went with the Tank 6 before I bought the pod mic. I think there's more character with the 6 because it sounds just like the Rode pod mic.
Yeah, she said it's worth it. It's her most expensive mic, and it's worth it. Like I said, I'm not denying that it's not worth it. I do think it's worth it. It's a great sounding mic. I just can't justify it for me right now.
Tank 1 and 6 wasn't out yet, so was the AM. Gotcha. I get it. Sometimes you got to go with what's available.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap things up really quick here. So I do believe, let's see. Hold on. Carver. I'm just going to call you Carver, bro. Just going to call you Carver. I walk around in my videos, so need wireless most of the time. So that's why I have the Rode wireless.
Heck yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. So what do you have as a gimbal? Do you have a gimbal? Or
either a gimbal or a PTZ cam?
Yeah, PTZ.
When you're walking around, or do you just have a wide enough shot that you can see yourself moving around in it?
Or do you just move your camera around? What about Kevin, guys?
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris.
What about Kevin?
Yeah. Don't worry about Kevin.
Well, what about me?
Yeah, pitch in. I like what? I don't know, $5 each, $10. I don't know what it is.
All right, guys. I do believe that does it for this episode of Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. I am Kevin. That is Clay. Until we see you again, thank you for being a friend.
See you guys later.